Alright, so I'm in my car, literally like driving on the way home. Uh, well, I just parked up, but I just want to get my first raw thoughts out about this movie. I'm just gonna start off with a hell of things that I liked. First of all, the first thing that caught me was the camera work. Like, the camera work in this fucking movie, like, it instantly jumps out at you that you're watching, like, one of the premier blockbuster, not really blockbuster, but like one of the premier like movies, if that makes sense. Like, there's only a couple titles out there as far as just like superheroes go, like just actual film goes, you feel me? Certain directors, like, you know, when you're getting a Batman movie, I can't even talk right now, a Batman movie, you're getting, you feel me, top 10 IMDb like rating type, you feel me? Like, you're getting exceptional direction, you feel me? Like, you just know that this is going to be some serious shit as far as like movies go. So it's not just about to be, you feel me, swing over here, fly over here, punch, kick, save the day, villains, you feel me? Like, it's not just about to be that. Like, you're about to get for real, like, in detail, probably generation defining, like, innovation as far as the film work goes with this type of shit. So, like, that's just what I was coming into this movie already expecting, and that's what I got, like, straight out. Like, bro, from the moment, probably like 2-3 minutes into this shit, like, you already notice how crazy they're using the shadows. Like, obviously Batman's known for being dark, Gotham's known for being dark or whatever, right? Cool. So now you have that in mind, and people before have used Batman and you feel me, have him in the shadows and shit. He comes out of here, he comes from, oh, boom, you see him in that shadow, oh, okay, he popped out, bruh, nah. They use shadows in this fucking movie so differently, like, to the point where they're using shadows to build fear in the audience at the same time as building fear within the characters in the story itself. Like, the shadows, there's literally, like, they literally have a scene where a nigga's so scared of the shadows while he's doing a crime that Batman's gonna be close by, and Batman's not even there. Like, it fucks up the whole job. Like, everything he was trying to do, it literally fucks up the entire plan because a dude was looking too hard at the shadows in the corner and Batman wasn't even anywhere near the shit. Like, that, bro, I've never seen, like, the psychology of that fear, bro. Like, oh my God, that shit, I've never seen that shit used like that before, bro. Never. Like, a nigga got hit by a car. Like, niggas was scared. Like, scared for their life, bro. I can't even talk. I can't even talk for real, but you feel me? Production, you feel me? Shadows, music, of course, like, everything, the orchestra that they're using, especially for scenes that I feel like, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong about this, but I feel like certain orchestra scenes that they use, especially like when they started talking about like his parents and shit, like, I feel like a lot of it kind of was somewhat in like an allusion to like the way that they died, or you feel me, the time, the manner. Obviously they want to mention or they want to show scenes of the orchestra or like the play that they're at, but they did kind of do a little dig. I think, like, what was it, Penguin that was like talking to Jim, he's like, oh, it looked like Zorro or some shit. Like, they kind of baby mentioned it, you feel me? But yeah, camera work, music, fucking, I'm just gonna go all over the place, bro. Just whatever. Performances from characters. Definitely the moodiness. Definitely the moodiness of Robert Pattinson is what stuck out. For sure. Like, that was obviously the goal. You hear Matt Reeves in all the interviews. You feel me? Like, they basically wanted to get that glum, blum, down, depressed feeling, but not like oh, he just looks depressed and he's mopey and shit. Like, nah, like somebody who's there and has been there, and you could just tell that they're just fighting through it in the most silent, non-showy way possible. Like, they're there, they're present with you, and you know that they fought a million battles to even be standing in front of you, but they're there, and they're not showing any signs of anything. You feel me? Like, I don't know how to explain that, but it seems like Robert Pattinson was one of the most perfect picks for that kind of mentality, and I feel like they got it. They definitely got that, like, down. You feel me? Like, not to say that Christian Bale wasn't, because there's definitely a lot of tones and shit where, well, he was older Batman anyway, so you can't really compare it, but there's a lot of tones sometimes where, like, Christian Bale's Batman was supposed to be, like, you know, affected mentally, like, shit's fucking him up, like, people are dying, this is that, left and right, and it's like, not to say he wasn't, but just his natural, like, presence is a lot more of, like, alright, I've been through the shits, I dealt with it, what the fuck do I have to do now? You feel me? You can tell that Robert Pattinson's Batman is a little bit more like, I've been through some shit, and I'm currently still definitely dealing with it, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't know if I'm about to just do whatever, you feel me, right now. Like, I don't know. I might, I maybe not. Like, we'll see when it happens. We'll see when the time comes. Like, that's kind of the, I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but, like, that's kind of the vibe more of what I'm getting for Robert Pattinson, you feel me? Catwoman. I definitely fucked with Zoe Kravitz's performance. She definitely has, I've seen somebody say this before, but, like, her Catwoman, it looks like, it's almost like there's no type of, like, headbutting, you feel me? Like, there's headbutting going on, but not really, you feel me? Whereas, like, in the past, it's always, like, she double crosses him, like, she leaves him here, she leaves him about to die, like, you feel me? Like, it's all these moments where it's just Catwoman, like, completely being bipolar with the relationship. But in this one, it's more so like, they don't really butt heads like that. It's like, they really are aligning in the shit that they need to get done, like, by coincidence. You feel me? Certain shit just keeps happening, and, you feel me? Like, spoiler, but they have a scene where Catwoman's, you feel me, her friend or her partner is missing because basically she got, you feel me, she knew too much. And Falcone didn't like that, and yeah. So, like, he's searching, or she's searching for her because she got caught up in the business, but then at the same time, Bruce is trying to figure out the situation with the Riddler and, like, his family and all that, and that's leading back to Falcone, too. So, like, there's moments where, like, they find the body, and then now they're in the situation where it's like, okay, that gave an answer for Bruce, but it also gave an answer, well, obviously, clearly gave an answer for what Selena Kyle needed, you feel me? So, yeah, I like the meshing that they had going on. I kind of want to talk some more about, like, the camera work, bro. Like, it's so fucking crazy. Obviously, we have to talk about the hallway scene. The hallway scene, a lot of the chase scenes, like that first chase scene with Penguin and Batman, like, bro. There's a lot of car scenes that can get boring. For me personally, I don't know if other people feel like that, but watching car scenes a lot, and, like, recently, and, like, Fast and shit, where it's like, there's just so much chasing going on, and just, you feel me? Like, it's just a whole bunch of all that going on, and just showing the cars moving fast, and it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't really feel in it, you know? Like, I don't necessarily feel in it. But this shit, this scene right here, bro, there's specifically, like, a moment where, like, you're in the car, and you're going through, like, some smoke, some dust or whatever. I swear, I don't know if it was because I was watching this shit in IMAX, but the way it wasn't like no regular car going through smoke shot. You feel me? Like, it was like the way the camera, it literally looked like somebody got the camera, like, completely wet or steamed or whatever, but like it felt like you were really going through the shit. Like for a second you really couldn't see shit. And they actually have moments where like the car is like the headlights of the car are on the camera, and bro, it's just, it makes you really feel like, fuck, bro, get that car light, like get it out of my eye, bro. I can't even see shit. Like I don't know how to explain. You got to see this shit, bro. You have to see it. Like the camera work in this shit is just stupid. There's a hella other for the camera work that they use to shout out other movies, bruh, it's definitely been known that Matt Reeves was influenced by shit like, you feel me, the David Fincher joints. So, like, definitely heavy Zodiac. Not only just the camera, the whole scene. You feel me? The whole scene where, you feel me, he gets into the car, right? What's that? The DA dude? I forgot his name, but the DA dude, the corrupt DA dude, the one that he ends up strapping the bomb to. He's standing outside, you feel me, try to get Catwoman, take her home, you feel me, Catwoman wasn't really with it, so she leaves, and he gets into his car, right? The ways that they show the Riddler just stalking prey is crazy. Like, he's popping out in these dark moments in these mirrors and shit, like the best horror movie that you can think of right now. Like, whatever is the best horror movie of these shits, the most innovative at the moment, like, they literally just slapped the Riddler in that shit. Like, I don't even think he jogged this whole movie. Like, I don't think he did notes, bro. It was just straight him, darkness, shadows. I'm here now. I'm here now. Like, I don't think he sweat the whole movie, bro. So, but whatever. He gets in the car, the DA dude gets in the car, and the Riddler's in his car waiting for him. But he's laying down in the back seat. And when he gets into the car, there's an overhead shot of the dude getting into the car, but the Riddler already being there. It's an overhead shot of the top of the car. And if you've watched Zodiac, you know the scene, I forgot all the characters' names, but the scenes where the taxi driver is like taking the dude around town, taking the Zodiac killer around town, and it's just like this slow one shot of just like the taxi just like driving along, and it's driving past the destination, and then it gets to the street. It starts off in like this busy street, like downtown or some shit, and then it goes into like this slow residential, you feel me, quiet neighborhood, and then you just hear pop, 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 like, bruh. Or actually, wait, no, I'm lying. Did he stab him? I think he stabbed him, actually. I forgot, but whatever. He killed him. But in this, relating it back to the Batman, it's the same exact shit. He's laid down in the back seat, and the creepiest thing, like, I really think they actually do a good job of like making the killer like creepy. Like, every serial killer doesn't have to be like, every serial killer in movies, they don't have to be like your standard, and then this happened, and then I did this, and then like, even though people don't really talk like that anymore, but it's like, he does like this scream, like Paul Dano, he does like this scream, like before he does the killing. Like, he does it crazy in that first, when he killed the mayor, in that first killing, he does like, he lets out like this yelp, or like this scream, like, and then he kills him. And it's so weird. Like, it's so weird that it's like, it really makes you think like, yo, what if this is what they really sound like? Like, what if this is what these niggas really sound like before they do some shit, like the twisted, deranged ones, like. And then he does this thing where this is definitely like some Zodiac killer shit. When I forgot what he was saying, but sometimes when he talks, he'll do this thing where he goes into like this high pitched, like, he'll be like, and then he goes, and then he goes and we go fly. And it's like the creepiest, like, it reminds me of like him from Courage the Cowardly Dog, bro. Like, it's like this, like, I can't explain it. Like, Joker's more like, hey, and then he goes, hey. But his shit is like, I can't, I don't know where he is. Like, bro, it's so fucking creepy. It's so, you know what it reminds me of? I forgot what song it was. I think it was like this song in SpongeBob when, like, they're doing like some, I don't know if he's like doing cleaning or they're just doing some shit where they're just cutting from scene to scene, and it's like, it's like some weird shit like that. He was sounding like that shit. Always used to creep me out when I was a kid, bro. And it's literally like he was the one that was doing the shit this whole time, bro. So shout out to Paul Dano for coming up with that shit, because that shit had me fucking I was uncomfortable as hell. But all right, characters: Paul Dano, Robert Pattinson, Catwoman. One thing I have to say, should I say this? Let me keep going through the positives. Effects. I really like that scene where we seen him fly for the first time, or attempt to fly for the first time, and then it's going decent, but you can tell that, like, he needed to figure out a new way, because after he fucked himself up, like, damn near broke his neck landing on the street. Like, I think that was a fire scene to show. The relation back to the comics is crazy. I literally, like, watched The Long Halloween parts 1 and 2 on HBO Max, like, yesterday, and then today it's like to prep to watch for the shit. And they definitely touched on this shit, like, you feel me? All the Halloween cards, you feel me? Like, the Halloween cards, the struggle between Maroni and Falcone. The thing for me is, like, how do we not get Maroni? You feel me? Like, we ain't getting no Maroni. Like, just straight Falcone and fucking Penguin. But yeah, I get it, I guess. I get it. Yeah. Let me go through some negatives real quick. I don't want everybody to just think it's all peaches and sunshine, but so it's a good movie, don't get me wrong. I definitely let me just go through the negatives. I'll say, what was I about to say just now? First negative I was about to say. Damn, I forgot it. But I'll just say, as far as characters go, Alfred, I'll say that Alfred and Bruce in this, to me, I just didn't feel like it was that, like, that super personal Alfred and Bruce. Like, I'm not saying it was bad, but I just didn't feel like with the Christian Bale Alfred, right? I mean, no, it's Christian Bale Alfred. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. But the Christian Bale Batman and his Alfred, like, oh my God. Like, I just don't, oh my God. I don't want to say that this one was bad, but, like, there's a scene, like, when he finds out about Rachel, and it's just like, oh, I mean, he's dealing with Rachel, sorry. And then Alfred is, like, talking to him about it, and he starts to, like, question Alfred, right? And then Alfred's basically saying, like, bro, I'll leave. Like, I'm not gonna let you keep fucking yourself up as Batman. Like, I'm not gonna stand around to see it, you feel me? So I'm just gonna leave. And then there's this moment where Christian Bale kind of just turns around and he's like, what? Like, his voice gets all soft. Like, you could just tell, like, he's literally witnessing, like, the last piece of hope, of love, of family in his life threatening to walk out. You feel me? Like, you could tell that it slaps him up. Like, he can't even bear, like, to process the information of what Alfred's telling him right now. And it's like he shrivels up and just becomes this kid, and it's like, I really feel like, damn, Christian Bale cannot live without his Alfred. You feel me? Like, I don't know if I felt that with Andy Serkis and Robert Pattinson, bro. I don't know if it's, I don't know, it could just be me holding on to nostalgia or whatever, but like, I didn't really feel like they had like an unbreakable, inseparable like bond. You feel me? Like when Bruce went to go visit him in the hospital, like after what happened, it felt like more so that Bruce was mad about like another situation happening on his watch rather than like a super emotional moment of Bruce going to see Alfred. Like, I don't know. To me, that's just how it felt. Other negatives. I don't care. Let's just go all over. The end. The ending. The end of it. First of all, let's just go. The kiss. We all know we're tired of seeing the kiss. We all know. Everybody knows we're tired of seeing the kiss. We're tired of seeing, like, obviously, you can kiss, right? Cool. Let's not wait till we get to the battlefield and then whether we need the kiss to boost the character's morale, to take out the villains, or we need the kiss right after we beat somebody, because it always happens right after we beat somebody. As soon as we finish the mission, we just get horny for each other. And that's like, I don't know. I don't know how that's done in 2022 at this point, and people like don't already see it coming, or I don't know. It just seems too predictable. And then obviously at the wrong moments, because shit was not over. Like, nigga almost had to kill himself and electrocute himself right after that. So like, yeah, I don't know. That shit is just, I'm not stressing over. I'm not like, this nigga Batman can't get no pussy. I don't want Batman to get pussy. Like that's not what I'm saying. You feel me? I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna do it, like, have them niggas like in the bedroom or some shit. Like, let him actually get some pussy, like, before the whole shit happens. Like, if you want to boost the niggas' morale, like, show Batman getting a nut off in the bedroom and, like, you feel me, slapping Catwoman on the ass before she goes, and then, you feel me, he goes out and he does damage. Like, it makes sense that way. Like, let's not just do some shit in the middle of the battlefield. Like, the nigga has a whole mentality that he just switched up and then switched back into. Like, come on now, bro. Nigga was 5 seconds away from beating a nigga senseless. And now we just, I don't know. But whatever. Yeah, so the Alfred's situation, the kissing at the end situation, yeah, we're gonna get to it, basically. Fuck it. The Joker situation. First of all, we know we gotta set up the movies, right? We gotta set up the movies. If this is gonna be the Batman, and we're gonna talk about the second year of Batman, then we're gonna want to know about the third, the fourth, and the fifth year, right? So we're setting up the trilogy. My numbers are all sorry, but we're setting up the trilogy. So we know that we're gonna have to now introduce at the end of this, or at some point in some way, the next villain. And obviously we're going down the path of the Joker. But actually, are we? Because this could be a pump fake. Honestly, I feel like at this point, I don't know, I haven't seen any other reviews of this, but I'm just gonna go out and say, I haven't even seen backlash, I haven't checked Twitter, nothing, just drove home. So like, I'm gonna go ahead out on a limb and say that nobody is gonna want that Joker, bro. I'm sorry. No one's gonna want that Joker. I forgot his name, but it's a buddy from Eternals, which is funny because I really did not really like Eternals that much. But his character, I think his name was like Druig or something in Eternals. His character was fire. His character was one of the best parts of that movie to me. Like, that was one of the only things that was like keeping me interested, you feel me? So I fuck with that. Him as the Joker, not so much. I'm sorry. You can call it what you want. Nostalgia, Heath Ledger, can't get anybody else, can't get anybody better than that. I actually think Cameron, I forgot how you say his name. Cameron Mahogany, whatever. I actually think he did an amazing job as Joker on Gotham. So it's not that I'm just holding on to Heath Ledger or anything, but like, you feel me? I actually seen that. I seen Cameron's Joker before I seen Heath Ledger. You feel me? But Heath Ledger's the best, obviously. But I'm just not, like the laugh, like bruh. If you're gonna be Joker, the laugh obviously is the first thing that needs to just rip through the ears of anybody that's listening to it. Like the first thing, make sure that your laugh game is on point. It almost, I hate that I'm breaking this shit down. So, bro, it's almost like he knows what the Joker's laugh is supposed to be, knows what Heath Ledger did with the laugh, and knows what, you feel me, just what the standard of what people are going to hold you to be, to what they want the laugh to sound like, and just straight up was like, I'm just going to do some other shit. Like, and that's fine. Do some other shit if it stands out like, damn, okay, he tried some other shit, and I'm not going to lie, that shit sounds just as fucking terrifying. But it wasn't. It wasn't. Like, it sounded like somebody wanted to try to do a Joker impression, and it started off like bad at first, and then it got like a little bit better after like his 13th try, and then he was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just do that. Like, no, we're talking about the Joker, like the most maniacal laugh in cinema. You feel me? Like, you can't just on the 13th try be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just do that then. No, bro, like, you gotta go film study this shit for real, bro. Like, film study the shit. Film. Focus. Figure out what you're gonna do. I don't know. Like, bro, I'm sorry. It was cool. It was a cool little Joker appearance. I'm not mad at it because obviously we know that we're gonna have to eventually introduce it. He just gotta snap out. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, he was one of my favorite parts of Eternals. As a whole Joker, whole movie, whole scene, you feel me, everything together, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna deliver some shit. He's definitely gonna deliver moments of the Joker that we haven't seen before, for sure. In a positive way, I think. Definitely, because he's a good actor, you feel me? But as far as like that introduction to it, and him just like being put on the spot to like give us the Joker, give us a little 40 seconds, 50 seconds of the Joker. Come on. He didn't execute how he was supposed to. I don't know if it was, you feel me, the fact that he was behind the glass or behind the thing and we didn't really get to feel the presence of it or whatever, but like it didn't go through the bars of the door and get to me. That's all I know. It just didn't. I'm sorry. But damn, yeah, bro, just 28 minutes. I gotta start cutting it. Overall, sets, everything, fire. The flood scenes really look good. It didn't look like just a bunch of weird ass CGI water flushing people out and shit. It really looked like they actually filled water up in the fucking stadium, and niggas had to really like, you know, swim for their lives and all types of shit. So I really liked a lot of this movie. I really like this movie. But I really, really feel like, I gotta talk about, bro, the twist psychologically that they do, or not just the twist, but like the detective game that they play in this fucking, bro, like if you're an actual detective and you watch this movie and you're like able to break down certain shit, like it's there for you, bro. Like it's really there for you. Like, for instance, the scene where Bruce goes to Cobblepot, right? He goes to Penguin, and he's like, "Yo, who's this girl with the mayor in this picture?" Right? And when he shows Penguin the picture, he shows us the picture as well. And not only in the back of the photo do you see Penguin, but you also see this girl. You don't really see you see that it's a girl, but you don't see the girl, but you see some boots, right? You see some boots with like a very specific design on them. And it shows you that picture, right, before. And it shows you that picture 2 or 3 times, actually. So up until this scene, you've seen the same picture 3 times. Then when you see the girl with the boots walk in, you don't notice it yet. You still don't notice it because the boots were in the background of the picture, but you're looking at this, you're looking at the girl, you're looking at Penguin, you're looking at Eric, you feel anything. Now, the girl walks in and there's this emphasis on the boots, and you're like, okay. But you don't really think too much of it. You think they're just introducing a character. So then Catwoman walks in, they do this, they do that, woo, woo, wop, and then she leaves. And Bruce looks at the picture one more time, and now you see the boots, and you're like, oh shit, Catwoman was there. You feel me? But it's the fact of the matter that it already showed you like 3 times. So like I said, if you're really, really on your detective shit, you can figure all this shit out. And that is so, you can figure all this shit out way before the movie actually gives you all the information for the answers. Before the movie gives you the answers, you could have been figured this out if you're really on your detective shit. So, bro, I can't wait to watch this shit a second time, a third time, and a fourth time, because just that alone is like enough to really get me in, bro. Because I'm really about psychological thrillers, like superheroes, you feel me, detectives, film noir, like, it's really my shit, bro. It's really my shit. I wish I could just play this shit just right now, like, again, you feel me? But I seen it at the exclusive on Tuesday, probably might see it again on Friday, Saturday, whatever, like, I'm really with it. So, man, yeah, this is my Batman review. If I had to give it out of 10, I don't want to give it a rating out of 10, because, man, I just know, like, I'm going to see some shit when I go back and watch it a second time. Like, I just know it's going to be completely crazy. So, I'm going to hold off. I ain't no bitch. But for right now, I'll give it an 8.4. I'll give it an 8.4 right now. I don't know what it's going to be when I see it a second time and the third time, but for right now, I'm going 8.4 for the Batman.